Hello there, beautiful people. Thank you for joining us again on Ladies Talk. This is where we dig deep, we go beyond the surface. We dig deep into issues affecting women. We talk about challenges, we talk about achievements of women. We also celebrate women. We don't just talk about, the negative parts, the things that are affecting us. We talk about things that affect us positively as well. So yes, we have shoulders, big shoulders where you could cry on, you could talk about those things, affecting you. We also celebrate as well. So yes, that's what we do on Ladies Talk every time. Well, my name is Temitope Ajijola Oluwaola. On the show, you can call me Pinky. And I'm always with the ladies in the studio, right? The other time I said the ladies are on fire, and they were saying, no, I'm not on fire. They were going spiritual. They forgot that song. I said, this girl is on fire. Yeah. So that was where I was coming from the other time. And yes, I'm going to repeat it. The ladies are on fire today. Not just with their looks. Yes, they brought their brains here today. Yeah. I'm welcoming them on board. Hello, Mazi.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Why are you people
I'm
so down?
good.
What is
We
it?
are not down. We are fine. Like,
Yeah, I can
Speak
see
for
that.
yourself first.
I'm fine. I'm doing good. Like,
Yes,
the
I know that
energy
you
is
are
good.
actually
yeah,
doing
I'm
good.
doing
Yeah.
very good. Because I look pretty. Oh my
Pretty in pink. I must
Yeah.
say, you look pretty. And the girl sitting beside you too is looking pretty.
I'll care
But
about
she's
price.
looking down a bit. Tommy, trendy. Tell us
I'm
what's
fine.
trending.
I
The trendy girl.
not trendy. No, not
I
trending.
know. I said the trendy girl. Tell us what's trending.
All right. Nothing is trending. Something is trending.
Okay.
I think that's gas.
Oh gosh, don't let's
Let's
not
not
even
talk
go
about
there.
that.
I think we need to talk
I still
about
had that
it.
conversation this
I
morning.
still have gas in my cylinder, right? But I'm concerned about when it finishes.
Exactly.
Where will I get? I'm planning
No.
to get charcoal and
I have that already.
Or maybe firewood.
Adogon, what do you
No.
call
Coal
it?
pots would always be like there.
Yes, that's
Firewood,
the way
no, you can't do
forward.
firewood. Can't
That's
do
the way
firewood.
forward.
Can't do
But it's
But
firewood.
anyways,
actually
I'm
very bad.
doing
But,
okay. I'm
but,
doing
but,
good.
but I heard that they've slashed the price now.
No, we
Yeah,
did
it's now
one
1.5.
150 like few weeks ago, and I'm surprised now
I
it's
think
1.5.
as of yesterday,
Yeah, it's
no,
1.5.
1.2.
I
Someone
heard.
did 1.2.
Imagine.
Who does
So it's
that?
already getting.
It's just
low.
that Nigerians
I
now
think
we dey
people
do
went as far as
ourselves.
filling it for 3,000.
Yes, at some
Yes,
point.
kg.
So
sure.
you
Some
know,
people
so we
did.
have a way to suffer and smile at the same time. So, but it's all good.
Pain in the heart, smile,
Smile on the face. So it's all right.
We
It's
go
all right.
there all right last.
Last, man. There's no doubt about that.
Ajibs.
My sister,
How are you?
man, I did.
You gallant.
I did normally. You said the energy was down. Not really. I kind
Yeah.
of feel like just gets to a point. You just want to save your energy for what really
For
matters.
the big thing.
It's not every time you just get to come and have that high look, but when it's time to spit fire, we do.
I like it.
we
Like
do
the
thing.
viper.
But then yes, I'm back. I could say.
All right, so people don't be down. Yes. We have a sensitive issue on our hands. And that's what we're going to be talking about today on Ladies Talk. This particular thing, it is really just coming out in Nigeria and in this part of the world. In Western countries, it's something they deal with all the time. You just hear someone has dropped today, the other person is dropping tomorrow, and all of that. We just want to talk about it as regards women, how it affects us, and why people are always quick, to dismiss it in women, that no, it is something else. It is something more little than what it actually is. We'll be taking this quick break. When we return, we'll dive into the issue on hand. Stay with us. You're welcome back to the talk. Ladies Talk is the talk show today. All right, so before we went on that break, I said we have a sensitive issue on our hands. So if you're just joining us, we'll be talking about this sensitive issue that deals with women. We'll be talking about depression today and why it is often, dismissed amongst women or women as mood swings or or something else. They just say she's in a foul mood, she's this, she's that. People do not really want to take it as, yes, women can actually be depressed or women are depressed. So people talk about depression among women like it's something little, it's something trivial, that you can just trivialize and go. So today I'm apologizing, beforehand, I'm going to be taking lots of, facts right here. The definition of depression, we talk about the statistics of how women have been affected so far in Nigeria. And examples of people, it's not only people who are not known that have had depression, people who are known have had depression. We'll be talking to the ladies. I want to talk to the ladies first, right? Let me just ask this question. Has anyone amongst us been depressed before? And is this something to be shy about?
Wow, that's deep.
Yeah.
And very clear as well. Few days ago, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine. She's actually a client too. And she said, man, Queen, it's so good to have you back. I'm like, back from where? And she was like, sometime last year, she said she noticed like the life in me was not there anymore. That even when I come around, the normal playful me would just buy whatever it is I want to get, and I am moving away, And it occurred to me like, oh, okay, yes, this was a time when I wasn't finding anything interesting in anybody. I wasn't finding anything interesting even at my place of work. Like the normal me would close from the office and I'll probably be outside with the guys and we're just having a good time. But at this time when I was dealing with this depression, I would just walk past everybody and I just want to go home. I'm not fine because I don't want you to just play with me or probably have something jovial with me and I'm upset instead of me to just laugh about it. So definitely, I've dealt with it firsthand. I'm not even going to lie. It's not even something that I'm shy about. I keep saying this to women who care to listen. Whatever it is that is depressing you, I understand we are in a world whereby, in fact, in the world in general, be it here or abroad, you have conversations with people about your depression. And if probably you are amidst friends, I want to tell you, like maybe one or two would definitely want to gossip about it when you go. But as a depressed person, I want to tell whoever cares to listen that it does not even matter. Because amidst this set of people who are gossiping, I want to tell you there's going to be that one or two person too who is going to pick from whatever it is that you are dealing with. So for me, I want to believe it is about time that whatever that is depressing you, be it is genetic, be it is family, be it is lifestyle itself, it shouldn't be something we should just keep within ourselves. We should let it out. Somebody somewhere could even motivate you to, as a depressed person, it gets to a level whereby you just want to hear validation from people. Because at this time around, you cannot validate yourself anymore. You can't tell yourself the truth anymore. And the truth is, your mother or your parents, your siblings might not even be able to validate you. And you believe them. Because you'll be like, okay, they're just trying to make me feel good about myself. But imagine having a conversation with a total stranger and probably the person reaches out to you like day after day, like, girl, boy, you are better than this. You will not, okay, this person does not know me. If I wasn't good enough, if I was not a good person, if I'm not meeting my own self-expectation, this person will not come out to say it. So hearing some validation from total strangers, motivational talks from strangers at this time, trust me, that's one step to healing process.
So I want to quickly ask you before I move to the ladies and ask them if they've been depressed before. I want to ask you, why did you not, quickly disregard it or quickly put it under the tag overthinking, or it's just a mood swing?
It couldn't have been mood swing for me because I understand some people get it due to mood swing. I don't even believe that though. Like your mood swing. You day depressed. I'm not getting that. So I will never be a part of mood swings causes
like there's a clear difference for you.
To me, it is a clear mood swing. I don't understand. If I'm down this minute because my mood is down, I want to believe like the next minute, it's over. Depression is far more than that. It is a dark hole. It is a dark hole that nobody ever thinks they are going to be there.
Right.
So it is very, very very different. It is that you're dealing with it from an angle of, and most of the time when it comes to the lady, you're probably not meeting an expectation. You're not getting what you used to get. This lifestyle is not suiting for you. And you have to order all these things inside of you. So babe, there's a big difference between mood swing and depression.
Any other person depressed or before?
You should just take a deep breath.
Yeah, I think I was in that shoe before, but then mine was personal. But then I was with someone that I feel, oh, I can talk to this person, right? But then I get dismissed. He tagged me as, oh, this girl, she's a drama queen. You're always coming up with drama. I struggled. Like when I say I struggled a lot. Like I'll just sit down like this, I'll zoom off. I'm thinking, I'm probably in another world thinking, and I had little people to talk to. And the person I called my own, trying to talk to him, maybe because he's a man, he feels, women with drama, you have come again with your drama. So I feel depression is actually a hole, as she said, and you are the only person that can feel it part time. It's not something that you say, oh, let me feel what this person is feeling. If you're not the one inside of it, you might not know how deep it is. Like I really struggled almost more than 3 months. That was when I knew it wasn't mood swing. Mood swing comes and go, but then I was totally off. I can't reason, I can't think, I can't do anything. So it was really, really very bad. But then we're out. And we thank God that we're out. Yeah. But it's very, very bad. Yeah.
Trendy. No.
Wow.
All right, you can't relate. At least on a personal level, you can't relate.
Yeah, I can't
I'm proud of
relate.
you.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Why are you proud of me?
No. The
proud
truth is,
about?
the truth is, there is nothing to be proud about because life is not ended yet. Like we talk about people going through a lot. We say on radio, we say a lot is a place where people go to and come back. Some get some. I mean, we've seen people get depressed and they never got out of it.
Exactly.
We have people who are on life medications just because they had to deal with depression. So Yoruba would say, "Ẹni tí ò tí kú, kò mọ kú tó máa pa òun." That is, you who have not died, you don't know what is going to kill you. May we not die young, you know. So life is a phase. I pray you don't experience it, but if it happens, this is like an eye opener, like an enlightening space for you to understand. Like, yeah, these things happen. You know, I remember. I mean, shout out to you. I mean, you are like a new couple. I would still say that a new bride. I would just say that you're still very fresh in the game. You've not had to go through pregnancy. You've not had to go through motherhood proper. You know, so I kind of feel like it's a good way. And I keep telling you this, even behind the camera. I said, if you ever need anyone to talk to, if at any point in time you feel like, because trust me, at some point your husband is not even the best person you want to talk to.
Right.
You just want to go to a total stranger, like, just help me out here. Because now you were talking about your depression and you say you're probably talking to a guy who was a friend. He might not see where you're coming from due to intimacy. At this time, just find somebody else outside the box that you can trust and talk to. So, but if he says, you know, I'm always here.
All right, so the ladies before, I mean, Ajibs is on fire, and I really wanted her to be on this episode because of that. All right, so I want to check this dictionary meaning of depression. Oxford Dictionary of Psychology says that depression is a mood disorder characterized by persistent feelings of sadness. Take note of the keyword persistent. Persistent feelings of sadness, hopelessness, and loss of interest of pleasure or pleasure, often accompanied by disturbances in sleep, appetite, energy, and concentration. Remember, when people are depressed, some people are depressed and they are binge eating. Like they begin to just eat and feel up. They just begin to have this big appetite. And some, it's loss of appetite. They just don't want to
Some
eat
sleep
anymore.
more.
Right.
Yeah.
And so mood swing, on the other hand, according to American Psychiatric Association, I said mood swing. Okay, it's still Oxford Dictionary of Psychology, sorry. Says a mood swing is a sudden or intense change in emotional state, often disproportionate to external circumstances, ranging from euphoria to depression. So mood swing could lead to depression, but this one is just like instant. It doesn't even have to do with anything that is happening on the outside. But depression, I think it happens with experiences, something that has been happening to you over time. It begins to just dampen your mood persistently. But mood swing just happens. Like you can just be happy now.
Yeah.
And somebody will talk to you and you're testing. Please, you just jump and all of that. But let's talk about us now. We are women. That's why we really need to, you know, lay it bare. Let's put it on the table. Let's put the cards on the table. What are those things that really could put women in depression? What are those things in our own world that put women in depression? You were just telling to me now that, you know, probably being new to some things, you've not really gotten into some other things. So those things, let's talk about it. What are those things women experience that could depress them?
I can talk about mine experience.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to because I
Like
wouldn't want to talk about
generalize.
generalize and what have you. So I kind of feel like women can relate. I mean, I'm a married woman, I'm a mom, and mine started. So let me just say some of those factors are probably not getting the support you need from your partner.
Partner. Okay.
You know, not having the right set of persons around you too can. You know, when you have to do things on your own, which normally you feel like I can actually have people around me while I do this. Okay, in my case, it started from, I mean, having a spouse who was supposed to be a best friend. And at the time when marriage set in, now it is not his fault that he probably has to go hustle, he probably has to go make ends meet, you know. That is why we keep saying this, like, men should not stop to put their women into consideration. Never stop to think about the woman you married, her personality before you married her. You don't expect to marry a woman as probably like an outgoing person, then you marry her and you think she's just gonna be an indoor person because she's married. What happened to our own personality? We see women, you know, like not die literally, but die. Like they just lose sense of themselves just because they got married. So I would say marriage is one factor. If probably at the end of the day, you are not getting what you used to have from your man after marriage, you know, so we can, you know, so let me say that is related to marriage. Now let's talk about motherhood. You know, I was reading something online and I saw a woman who said,
remember postpartum depression?
Postpartum depression. This one was looking at her child and she just felt like, can I just throw this baby away?
Right.
It's not coming from a place of hate. She bore this child, but at some point it just gets so overwhelming that I mean, now think about the days of our mothers. They had husbands who would stay home and sing lullaby to their children. They have families who would want to come around, you know, and they have people around.
The house used to be so full.
And I was just so full. You have neighbors that you can actually trust. If once upon a time we can buy stuffs and we just put our money on the table. So now imagine what life used to be like at this particular point in time. Now look at the life we are living now. I mean, it's just me and my husband, for example, a man who is barely around, family that don't come, because these days everybody shields their family. You don't want an in-law that is going to come and stress you out. Now, dealing with all this alone can be so overwhelming to women. Now, the problem is when they refuse to speak out. Now, that starts getting so deep into initially, it might come as a whole. But the moment it starts getting dark, now that is a problem. And that is a time for any woman to speak up.
All right, you want to talk about your thing?
Yeah, I think for unmarried lady, I don't want to.
I like this.
In a
Yeah. Let's see that.
Yes, but in a relationship, there are also expectations. But me, I want to come from a career level.
Okay.
Because I am a lady, but then I have this expectation of myself. Not because, I saw a in that position, but then I looked at myself and I want to see myself in so position at so age. So when you are growing up and then you think like, you are reaching that age that you set for yourself, and then that thing is not forthcoming. Seriously, if you're not being careful, you will go into depression, because then you feel like you are not enough, or probably what you are doing it wrong, or maybe you are at the wrong place. So I feel that one is really
Career.
deep, your career. Because as a woman, if you set target for yourself and then you see that age is going and then you are not getting that which you set for yourself, you definitely feel depressed at some point. You feel like, probably I'm doing less or I'm not doing enough. So to me, career wise, as a woman, if you want to be somewhere in career and then you are not reaching there, it's probably may lead to depression. Yeah, that's my own. I don't want to talk about relationship is there too, because as a woman, you are striving towards your career. You are also looking at marriage, but then maybe because me personally, I do take one to put on top of the other, so that I won't, so I won't feel like, I'm feeling less. Then I took career to be like this, so it makes me feel good at some point. But then when you want to like feel, you should have a man around you at this age, and then you feel like, oh, I'm still single. Like
It's better to be
there's
single
no
than
ring
have
on my
someone that
finger.
doesn't
It
understand
really makes you feel down, especially
yeah.
when you see your
Your
age group. Like
friends.
almost everybody
you.
is
Really, is
married.
married like an achievement to complete your
It
the
may,
target
it may
of
not be,
People
but it is.
have,
In Africa,
yeah.
it is, my dear sister. Now, like this for my
I
house,
don't
they
care
don't
about
feel,
Africa, I care about
they
me.
don't feel, they don't feel they talk, say me, say I go talk. They be like, you are single.
Really?
Yes, they do that.
Yeah.
Wow,
So
okay.
I feel
Okay.
you not being married also can make you
The
feel,
pressure
yeah,
from
it can
money
make
can
you feel
lead to
that,
depression.
yeah,
It's alright.
very,
Then you
very
take figurehead to the house now. You say today, act like the husband, you know, get it.
I'll rent once.
I mean, from my end, I think for women, I think delay is also a factor that causes depression
Right.
because she's talked about career, yes, marriage, being a mother as well. When you know you're getting closer to menopause and you don't have a husband, you don't have a wife,
Ah.
you don't have a child, you're bothered, right? There are so many things. Even your hormones would even affect you. Like you're trying not to be depressed, but something in you is trying to make you depressed, bring you down.
Right.
And then people around you as well would also want to push you.
Mm.
I'll also give another example.
Okay.
And I will also say that how I have not been depressed, I don't know. Because when she spoke about when you see your mates doing things and you've not gotten there yet, I also had that experience when I was in school. When I finished secondary school, it took me years before I could gain admission. My mates were gaining admission, finishing school. I was still dealing with entering school. And at that time, of course, I would say I had maybe just a little bit of maybe wanting to depress, but I had families who were telling me that, you know what, when it's your time, it's going to be your time. We are not rushing you.
Support.
We are not
support.
rushing you. When it is time for you to enter school, we'll be here to support you. At that time, there was a time I saw my result, I passed, but I was not given admission. At a point, I was thinking it was spiritual. Like at a younger age, I felt that maybe I should start going to the mountain to pray. Like something is definitely wrong with me. But the truth is, that time of my life was just a phase where I needed to learn some things. How I was able to be strong, I don't know. But I feel that one of the things that worked for me was the fact that I grew up with guys, right? I was only lady. And then these people poured these streets. I'm a very, very soft person. But when it comes to some things like experiences, I've been strong. Like,
As in
see,
you're rugged.
if it doesn't come, it doesn't come. When it's my time, it will come. So that time I was able to walk, and depend so much on the fact that, oh no, I have not been able to get this, so I'll be depressed. One thing you should also have in mind is that once things are not going well for you, it will happen one day,
At
one
some
time
point.
it will. It might take years, but the truth is it's going to happen. But the truth is sometimes we humans, we give ourselves to depression. As much as I know people get depressed.
Yeah.
The truth is yes. But the truth is you can also work on yourself not to be depressed. But because you feel that life is, I know it's not easy. Life is giving you black
I
and
get the
blue,
angle.
but you're just in one corner, allowing it to overwhelm you.
Yeah.
I know it's not easy.
What did they say about
I've not
experience,
experienced
though?
it.
Experience is the best teacher.
I want to ask this question.
Okay.
I think it's going to also solve that angle that Tomi is coming from. She can actually see from that angle.
Fair enough.
Do you think that women are more depressed from the problem itself or from the fact that there are no support systems? I mean, Tommy in her case had people who were constantly ringing it in her ears. It's not your time yet. That's why it's not happening. When it's your time, it will happen. But there are some people who do not even have those voices. And so the only voice that is ringing in their ears is the voice of, you're down. You can't even do what your mates are doing. Look, your mates are getting married and you are here. So it further sinks. Do you think that the problems are actually the problem, the major problem? You know, you can have problem, but having someone to solve it, they say it's half solved. But is it the fact that it is the problem itself that are actually sinking people, or it's the fact that they don't even have a support system around them,
Wow.
or somebody to share with?
Oh, wow. Maxi, do you want to take that?
Yeah, I feel from my own end and from my own experience, I feel it's because I don't have the person, like one person to talk to.
Like you said. In your
Yes,
case.
because if the person I had then was, connected enough to know that, oh, this is it. Two heads are better than one. It's not that big. We could have solved it. But then I had no one. I have to go through it myself and all alone. So not the problem itself wasn't my problem, but the fact that I had nobody to talk to was the biggest problem. That's from my own angle.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it over to me?
Yes.
Okay, Tommy, I just want to say, like, lucky you having support systems, having people to talk to. It's honestly a blessing. I can't even lie. Because what you were going through, although life was not like this as at that time, but it would have been a different case if you didn't have. But in my own case, I want to say the problem was the problem.
Okay.
The problem was the problem. I needed to tackle it. So my solution started coming in. I mean, I've attempted suicide like 2 times, you know, and what brought me back was the fact that I had validations from people, you know, and then I didn't let myself die or bury myself in that problem. But that problem was the problem. And that is why I'm always going to be an advocate for when that problem is there, that is depressing you. The solution is when you start speaking to people.
Okay.
That is the solution. Now, that wasn't the solution because this one wasn't getting where you were coming from. So it was not the best. For someone like me, that's because you even chose one. When you are depressed, I'll keep saying it, you don't just speak to one person and you expect that everything would. For someone like me, though, I didn't, maybe because mine was complex. Because yours is coming from a single place of my career. I'm not where I need to. Now, for a mother, for a wife, it carries the career. That thought of my mates are doing this. Now put it all over with marriage, motherhood.
And you're still right in the middle of the problem.
Do you get it? That's why I said it was a dark hole. It is a dark hole. Imagine a man who probably like invested like all his money in something and probably is trying to have a conversation with. You can't tell me such a man is not in a dark hole because men are not. In fact, let's not talk about the men. Let's talk about the women. So my solutions came in. It started coming in the moment I started speaking to people and I started believing in myself, you know. So, and sometimes where we need this comfort from, where we need this validation from, where we need this therapy from, it might not come from where you actually expect. So it's always good to seek help elsewhere, not where you feel it's safe for you.
All right. So I'm going to ask that for women now, right? For women, where does the problem actually start? Is it from, I don't know how to even word the question, right? So that we do not have these episodes, so that we do not have women constantly being depressed. Where does it start? How do you begin to start identifying it? Is it from, yes, you probably were already in the hole before you even began to see that this thing is for real. But for a woman now, I mean, the world is different now. People are beginning to say the word depression like it is malaria, like it is cholera, like it is diphtheria. Before, it wasn't like that.
No.
You just see, you can't even word it. You just know that this person is just always down. You say, why are you looking so down?
It might even look like the person's nature.
Exactly. Or you even say she's never smiling, always frowning. I don't like her. All those things. But you don't know the deeper problem. So is it from the moment... I'm going to talk about it from 2 angles, right? From the angle of a single person. How does somebody, how do you begin to identify for that person? I mean, this is you seeing that person, saying she's always moody, she's keeping to herself, and all of that. Several questions in this particular question. Is it the person's fault that she's always looking like that? I mean, she could speak out. But at what point do you begin to tell yourself that, oh, I need to share? This is the person I need to share with. I mean, there are people who fight like they are not good friends, but they're the ones that are quick to notice that something is wrong with this person. And they're the ones that will begin to solve your problem because they move closer. You found people who will say, we were terrible enemies. I mean, we used to be very terrible to each other, but something just happened. This was a person that approached me and said, oh, what's wrong with you? How did So at what point is it that for a married woman now, is it because the man is saying, stop being dramatic, stop overthinking, oh, you're just having a mood swing, there's nothing serious to that. Stop making a mountain out of a molehill and all of that. So at what point do women begin to seek help? And then Is it that it is women's problem that they are not speaking out, or the depression is just the problem, or their environment, they need to just leave, even if you're married?
Okay, I guess this is for me, right?
Yeah, you go.
Okay. Wow. I mean, to the glory of God, I have a platform where I have like close to 200 women
Okay.
who pour out their minds like a lot of time.
Okay.
And that's why I've made it like a point of duty that no matter whatever it is now, I really love to observe my gender. I don't stay with my gender for so long, but I observe you and I make sure I bring that friendly figure to you. Like if you ever need anybody to talk to,
Right.
I am right here. Me, I listen. I do not judge. Now, let me speak about. Let me speak from the aspect of marriage. What happened to men that at some point they stop validating their women? Men go out every day. They meet friends every day. They have a lot of fun every day. Even amidst their business, you still see some of them doing outdoor meetings. Let's call it black and white. In fact, sometimes they have a chick right beside them, making them happy. Iyawowa, why the original wife is at home. So what happened to these men that you will get home and you make your wife feel like maybe that one outside was very, very hot because she's never had to breastfeed a child before. She does not have saggy boobs and saggy tummy. Then you not feel like that one at home does not. Hey, women, nobody validates a woman except the husband. Nobody is going. In fact, if probably Okiki plays with me too much now, I'll be like, I don't understand. What's your business? Are you my husband? Because I believe my husband is the only one that has that access to say whatever he wants to say to me, validates my looks and all that, you know. So what happened to men losing track of this woman too? She's all mine. Even though I am sad, we understand men should carry a lot of these burdens. It is expected of men. Men, we expect them not to cry. We expect them not to do this. I understand they break down. But in as much as you're a man, you have that responsibility. God looks out for all of us. He made the men above the women.
Right.
So if after God created man, woman, you are looking after this woman, so why would you just leave that woman, then boycott and enter the side of the child? So far, I love the children. You should be okay now. Who does that? Okay, there was this lady, when I saw her, she lived in my neighborhood at the time. When I saw her, she was so pretty. But I tell you, when I had a conversation with her, she is pretty. And she told me like, I'm not pretty anymore. And when she showed me a picture
From the past.
a blast to the past, it reminded me of me.
Right.
Straight away, and I could relate. Because when I see people tell me now, oh, you're so pretty, I'll be like, I don't understand. Please just rest. I know what I used to. Now, our problem was, she said, whenever she looks into the mirror, she doesn't know who she sees anymore. And I told her, baby girl, I can relate. It took me, in fact, she had to be like my routinary checkup like every day. I'll tell her, girl, I call that she has a brand, you're pretty. Girl, I started validating her every time. You think I'm a guy, maybe I'm trying to toast her. But trust me, at the end of the day, now I saw her like, she was like, every word I was telling her then was ringing in her ears. Like she would not look at it, be true. If this fine woman tell me, say, I fine. So automatically, true. I fine. When was the last time any of the girlfriends told you, like, girl, you're beautiful? When do we compliment? So from a married woman, I feel men should not leave that hole behind. Imagine a husband that does not call the wife baby. For example, maybe your wife says, I'm your baby, and you now be like, no, you're not a baby, you're a mommy now. If that woman should meet a man, call her frivolous, I don't care. Me, I will argue my own. Then that man now start calling her, hey baby, what's up? She'll not be like, me, baby. She would embrace it. So the elements start realizing that after marriage, you still need to hold on to that woman and make her feel like she's a queen. Now, talking about childhood. Okay, motherhood, childbirth, and all, you know, there is no way, no two ways about it. You would drop. Your moods will start changing. The who you used to be will not be the who you are now. Your body cannot remain the same thing. And I want to tell any woman again that cares to listen. The moment your partner, I'm talking from a married woman now. Your partner is not giving you that, you know, not making you. Okay, I had a time when I would hear, you have saggy boobs now, it's not as, you know, as it used to be. And I'll say this in front of a camera. I see you have young boys who are all over me.
Yeah.
Some of you might think they just want to eat you and go. It's a big lie because men are not looking at the body anymore. They're looking at what you carry in your head. They're looking at your personality. Like, you got beauty. You got brains.
Brains,
So when your
yeah.
husband is telling you you're not rich, somebody is telling you out there like, I will
You
gladly
are
take
everything.
you. Do you get it? So men should realize like you shouldn't leave that loophole. Go and look at. I mean, in this platform, women. If you look at the reason why some women go outside, step out of their marriage, you look like boy. You want to look free. No, sorry, those little things you could just do to garnish your woman. Do you expect a woman to suffer? Now, imagine a woman that is suffering from depression. Probably the husband does not take her out anymore because she's a mother now. You know, then she's now dealing with it, huddling everything up inside. Then probably maybe somebody comes and sweep her off her feet. I've even seen women that they will even talk to maybe their close friend, and the husband will still castigate them. Why did you leak our family secrets? So it is just one life to live. To me, I'll keep saying this. Just at the end of the day, just one life to live. The earlier we realize, like, women should speak out. Like I said again, if I drop the matter behind the camera now, I will see two people that will gossip about the matter. But somebody will be picking, like, okay, I've picked the fact that I should speak out to somebody. We listen, we do not judge.
Yeah.
I think you deserve a round of applause.
We should give her a round
Thank you,
of
baby.
applause.
Thank you, baby.
I don't know what to say.
You must have
She has said it all, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm actually here to learn. As much as she also mentioned that I'm also new to the game, I can say some things, right? I'm looking forward to it, the good and the bad. I think I'm prepared for it, but that's all I will say. I cannot say more than
So
that.
what I can say so far is that I think that this is a very therapeutic episode. People out there, us ladies, I think that we can just begin to, lighten up. I sometimes, let's take a quick break, dear listener.
Yeah.
We will come back recharged for your happy viewing. Stay with us.
Nigeria is one of the few places on earth where you can still find gorillas. Thousands of tourists come to see them in countries like Rwanda and Uganda every year, creating jobs and generating millions of dollars. But in Nigeria, our gorillas are threatened by habitat loss and traps set for illegal bushmeat. But we can earn money from gorilla tourism if we protect them. Please say no to illegal bushmeat, because protecting nature protects us all.
Our music is one of our greatest exports, but our wildlife could be another great industry if we protect it for future generations. Right now, it's threatened by illegal wildlife trade. So please, report wildlife crime and say no to illegal bushmeat, because poaching steals from us all.
Welcome back. It has been a therapeutic session. And somebody will tell you depression is not real. Depression is not real. Okay? Let me back this up. Depression is out there and it is real. So according to the World Health Organization, right? WHO, about 5% of adults globally suffer from depression. WHO estimates there are nearly 280 million people worldwide living with depression. And I dare say that many of these people don't even know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Depression is about 50% more common among women than among men globally, not only in Nigeria. So when women are sitting down to talk about depression, we're not doing
serious business.
play. It is serious. So in Nigeria, a neuropsychiatrist in Calabar stated that 1 in every 5 Nigerians, that is 20%, has experienced depression before. So whether they're still living in it or not, they shall have experienced depression. Now, from a study among adult patients attending a national health insurance clinic in southwest Nigeria, 44.8% had depressive symptoms. So it is not only that you are falling, you are having the symptoms, loss of interest in things that were your passion before. Depression is setting in.
Definitely, right?
Shrinking from talking to people.
Yeah.
Depression is setting in already. So you really need to watch it. You can just sit down. It is a time where we want you to be reflective. Sit down and check. Am I showing depressive symptoms? It is serious. So that we will not have, lots of problems on our ends. They also said, in Nigeria specifically, a clinical psychologist, Dr. Akin Gabriel, said about 4 out of 10 Nigerian women have one form of depression or the other, meaning that depression are even in myriads of forms. It takes different forms, right? Like we just said, one, postpartum depression. Yours might even be marital depression. I don't know. I'm not saying this is medical. At least postpartum depression is medical. I don't know how to categorize it, but I'm just saying yours might be related to only marriage. Yours, it might just be your friends. Yours is career. Other people, career, stuff. So let me conclude by saying that in the Lagos State Mental Health Survey, current prevalence of depressive symptoms was 6.3% among females versus 4.4% among males. So whatever we're talking about, it is more serious amongst women. And that's why we've called this particular episode, so that we can talk about it. Now let's go to marital.
Okay.
Apart from childhood, motherhood, and all of those, childbirth, and all of the stress that comes with it. Do you think that in-law interference is also one of the major things that depress women? And especially if you do not have a supportive husband. Your husband is also, at least you and your husband are supposed to be one side. In-laws another side. But when it comes that your husband cross carpets from your side to the side of the in-laws, do you think that it depresses women?
Maybe to another woman. But for someone like me, the in-law cannot depress. Rather, I'll depress the in-law. This is the gospel truth. So some women, that could be a problem because some can actually be very, very frustrating.
Now, let's talk about it. Frustrating things or activities or acts or words from the in-laws. Now having to relate it to your husband, and all he's saying is, it is just, are they not your parents too? Can they not correct you kind of thing? Listen.
Okay.
And then you try to tell other people over time when you've had a complicated issue, right? And people are not saying, when you want to talk, when you want to relate an event, you want to talk about it, you cannot infuse the excitement, the sadness, the hurt
Definitely.
in the way they spoke.
Definitely.
You cannot infuse it into what they're saying. So what people hear is, she corrected me about the way I greeted her. And your husband is also relating it as, she just corrected her. Not
knowing how.
Do you think that women not having that backup, it's a pride for a woman to say, oh, my husband stood up for me.
Yeah.
But a woman that is all alone in a strange house, do you think that it messes with a woman?
It can, but I don't think it should. It can, but I do not think it should. Why? Because greater problems are that are more than she said. My mother-in-law said you're still going to experience it even from that man that you love, because the man first is family second. That is my own thought. I understand when you marry the in-laws. No, that's cock and bull for me. Your husband is the man you sleep and wake up with every day. The in-laws, they just come and go.
Your husband also agrees that he married you for the in-laws.
Yes, I agree. That can actually be like a form of, it can, but it should not. Because to me, I kind of feel like Ariwo Jani, that's just noise. But if your husband is now in with it, let me make this clear. Women should start learning, especially the wives, should start learning to have serious shock absorbers. you need to build yourself to be able to withstand anything that will tamper with your mental health. I keep saying this, marriage is an option, so far it is not life-threatening. The only reason why you have the opportunity to opt out of it is once it has started threatening your life. If you feel like this frustration now, it has gotten to depression and it doesn't seem like I'm going to get out of this dark hole, then you run for your dear life. So women should start understanding that at the end of the day, not everything that matters. You know, there's some things that a man will say to your husband that tells you, oh, you're not as beautiful, your color is gone. Instead of it to depress you, can you just look for a coping mechanism? Could it be your reading? Could it be your friends? Could it be hanging out, you know, with peeps? I don't even know when nature started, the world started frowning at women having time out for themselves.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm depressed now and I just want to log out of the house. For someone like me, I can turn on my phone for 2 days and tell my husband, like, guy, I just want to breathe. If after that 2 days you tell me I'm not coming back home, you want no more because I want to live this my one life. So women should have this shock absorber that not everything that even the husband says to them, sometimes they even do these things unintentionally. Some of them will just say things that will break and pinch their wife unintentionally, not knowing she's hurting. So basically, in clear terms, let every woman have shock absorbers to absorb a lot of things that life will throw at them, even not from the marriage space alone, from the world in general. I mean, look at a guy just castigating you, like probably, why you never marry, blah, 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 blah. You know, some women would dwell on that.
Yeah.
Having to hear that over and over again, you know. So the ability to just shove it away and use it to catch cruise.
But how do you shove it away when that morning before you left the house, that is all your parents were about? Then the next person you're seeing at work as you're stepping into the work, you say, it seems like the first person first threw you a compliment. What's following? And look at how beautiful you are. Why you never marry?
Exactly.
It can depress you. So how do people cope?
Shock absorber.
Exactly. I want to even pick it from what she said. Don't allow. I know that negative comment can also lead to you being depressed when people keep telling you things. But then you need to have shock absorber, like you said. Like sometimes these things, I don't just hear it from outside. I hear it from my own mom. So if my mom can say such thing to me, why would an outsider say it and I'm start feeling bad? So like I said, I just pick things that are more serious to me and I put them 1, 2, 3. So that any other thing you are bringing to me, to my table, I don't care at this point. I'll just feel like, okay, it's a normal thing. People say it to me every day, but that does not mean it doesn't get to me. In my own quiet time, sometimes I cry, but then to put me down to that depression, I will never allow it. I will never allow it.
Let me add this, please. Suicide is not an option to any form of depression.
But when you get depressed so much to the extent that you don't have anybody to talk to, the next thing you feel like is, okay, let me end it. I got to this dark hole
to talk to. Nobody spoke to me when I was going to probably like carry out this act. All that was ringing in my ears was watching a movie, like the way they do it. Your husband comes home, he meets your lifeless body on the floor, he meets a note on the table. But trust me when I tell you, like, nothing would have happened. Life wouldn't have changed.
Exactly.
My husband wouldn't have changed for the better or worse. The children would just come home and meet a lifeless body on the floor. It is, at the end of the day, even the so-called depression is a phase that if you let it, it is definitely going to pass. The secret to it is look for the right set of persons and talk to them.
Do what makes you happy.
And do what makes you happy, baby girl.
Another thing I would like to just quickly drop is there are a lot of people that are very happy and deep down they are depressed.
Yes.
Because I feel that even most people who are the happy people, that you see them in parties.
Like us.
They're the most depressed.
Let's use her as an example now. She's lively, always everywhere. And then deep down, she might be going through a lot. So sometimes, even the quiet person, I'm a very quiet person, but I'm not depressed. But see, this happy, jovial person might be the person who is depressed. So just check on people. Just be human.
Right. You know, like I said, that we have examples of celebrities. There, Selena Gomez came out one time and said she was depressed. One time in Nigeria too. I don't know how people were dismissing it. I mean, I don't know. It was debunked and all of that, but Chacha Ike Fanny also said she was depressed. She had bipolar and all of this. Even Selena said bipolar. You know, we depression is everywhere.
Exactly.
It is everywhere. And some things I'm going to drop, right here says that signs you should not ignore. Sadness lasting more than 2 weeks is a sign. You need to do something about it. Withdrawal from loved ones, loss of interest in activities, constant fatigue or insomnia, you can't sleep, thoughts of self-harm. That is where it gets to the alarming, at the emergency when you pam, pam, pam. Life is almost going. Yes, that is it. You can't afford to wait until that level.
Yeah.
Seek professional help.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're wrapping up the show.
Yes, we are.
And I'm sure that even if it is one thing, you've had a takeaway. You've heard from chief of them all, Ajibs today. So, remember, she calls herself radio queen. I mean, radio queen of cruise. Can you imagine? And so, if somebody can get to that point, someone that, she
Gives
had
cruise and
energies
Totori.
on a high, I don't think any of us in this room can match it. And so, right, check on that loved one, check on that neighbor, check on people, and please be careful with your comments. I mean, you might just think it's a flippant thing, but to somebody it is heavy. So let's be careful. Society is quick to dismiss it as overthinking, as being dramatic. No. I hope we've been able to leave you with one or two. This is Ladies Talk. The ladies have spoken to you. It's time to reflect on the things we've said so far. We'll be back again on another episode. And until then, myself, Pinky, and the rest of the ladies say bye-bye.